Hey guys, so I saw this a month or so ago. Basically, they're doing like this Power Rangers thing. It's called Power Rangers Once and Always. Um, is on Netflix. Once a Ranger, always a Ranger. I know David Yost, who played Billy, is returning. You know, these guys are getting older and now they're stuffing their bodies, their older, bigger bodies into these costumes again. Um, so it's the trailer is a minute and 28 seconds. We got Billy right there. We got the putty patrollers. Um, I know that this isn't the only Power Rangers themed thing coming out. The with the White Dragon or whatever it was, the one that um Jason David Frank was working on before he died. That's going to be released. Um, so it let's see how this is. I saw like a behind the scenes thing, but it wasn't an actual trailer. So let's let's see what this is all about.
After all these years, I found a new buddy.
Wait, a repulsor?
No, it can't be.
It's time for revenge.
She killed Mom. We gotta destroy her.
This is Ranger business, okay?
Let us sort this out. Rita's creating a time portal.
I'll kill you before Zorda makes you Rangers.
We gotta make sure Rita doesn't hurt anybody else.
Attention, Power Rangers! Get to your assigned stations now!
Once a ranger?
Always a ranger.
It's Morphin time!
Your move, Rangers.
You wanna fight? You found one!
You got this. Good luck. Now it's a reunion.
Messing with this place was a big mistake. Don't worry, you saved the world before.
Wow. So this was it Barbara Goodson playing Rita, doing the voice of Rita, which is great. I mean, she's older, much older now. She can get that rasp probably a lot easier now without hurting her throat so much. Now, back when they were first doing the Power Rangers, they were using from, Super Sentai, which was a Japanese show. They had some recorded stuff with the, English actors, but like the fight scenes for the most part were all pretty much taken from Super Sentai. Here it's actually legitimately them. Um, so you see David Yost, who's Billy, that's actually him. Um, he's not so young anymore. You saw Rocky, you saw Zach, we saw Aisha and Jason. They made showed Trini, who her actor unfortunately died in a car crash a long time ago. They mentioned Zordon. Yeah, this is all of them. Just that's amazing. We have Alpha 5, which it sounds like Alpha, just because obviously the person who's doing Alpha's voice is older now, but it does sound like the original Alpha, which is really great because as annoying as Alpha was sometimes, he did have a charm to him. Sometimes he would just worry over the smallest thing. That I Rangers. It looks like the command center has been moved. But it seems like a pretty simplistic plot. Rita, instead of having to worry about the Rangers, decides to go back in time through a time portal and kill them before they become Rangers, which seems like a foolproof plan. But of course, she would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling Rangers and their Zordon. Um, I seeing this that all the Zords, that is so great. It is so great. I hope they each have their own little, their cheesy little. I mean, that people were like, "Oh, I want a serious movie." You've got your serious Power Rangers movie. You had it, and it didn't do very well. Where freaking Bryan Cranston as Zordon, but this is what we want. Something fun for the OG fans who've been watching this when they were kids. They can sit here and watch the cheesiness with their kids. And when I say cheesy, I mean, like, you go to a pizzeria and you order a cheese pizza, stuffed crust cheese pizza with extra cheese on it. And you get that stuff home, and then you put it onto a pizza tray, and then you put more cheese on top of it. You put it back into the oven, cook it, let that cheese melt, and then when it comes out, you're putting, like, grated cheese all over it. That's how cheesy this stuff was. Like, it was perfectly cheesy. And that was the charm, because you had, like, the stop motion type things with them. You had the Super Sentai footage, and it was just great. And then you see the Megazord, these battles with the Megazord, and it was just people in costumes with, little skyscraper models, and it was so good. It was, you don't expect a lot from it. It was just fun. And that's sometimes, when they try to do a reunion or nostalgic stuff, they try so hard to make it funny and edgy and current day, and but this just looks fun. It's cheesy, it's nostalgic, a throwback. They have a throwback to certain characters. But I want Zordon. Just Rangers. May the power protect you. He needs to be there. Zordon, though, hopefully in some way, because it was Rangers, was it Power Rangers Lost Galaxy? It was one of them where he basically gives up his life in order to turn everything good, to destroy evil in the universe. He forget who it was, but Red Ranger tells him to smash his containment tube, and then the power of that he has would radiate through the galaxy and everything, and would turn everything, all good or bad beings would, so, like, Lord Zed and Rita, they're turned good. I think Scorpina turned good, but then you have, like, monsters that were killed, actually disintegrated and all that. But Zordon basically is dead, but you can always see him in a flashback, because if Rita's going back into the past to try to kill the Rangers before they became Rangers, Zordon's going to be alive. So I really hope we see Zordon. Just his voice is so iconic. It's a shame Amy Jo Johnson is in the Pink Ranger here. We all had a crush on her. Come on, boys. Let's be honest. When you were watching Power Rangers, Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger, you had a crush on her. Looks like it might be something like throwbacks to, like, some old, like the Minotaur, like more like an updated version. I would love to see some old enemies. That'd be so cool. So apparently this would be Trini's kid. So Trini in the show doesn't die like her actor did. Trini in the show, after the events of the show end, she continues to go on. She has a kid. And this is apparently Trini's kid. It's so cheesy. Is that no, never mind. I thought I was like, is she making a freaking rotisserie chicken? but just look at them. They're so old now. I mean, they're not really old, but she killed Mom. But just to see, I mean, the Green Ranger, come on. But we got Rocky, we got Aisha, we got Zach, we got Billy. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's nostalgic. It's fun. It's supposed to be cheesy. They had a chance to do a darker, edgier version of Power Rangers. Didn't work out too much, hence why there really wasn't a sequel. They set up for one. Didn't really happen. Because just, Power Rangers, I mean, the comics are good when, the comics are way dark. Like, really dark. But the show, the OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it was cheesy. It was fun. And, looks cheesy AF, but that's the charm of it. Yeah, like all this footage, this was Super Sentai. And then these were all just people in costumes and at least Barbara Goodson is reprising her role as Rita. Yeah. It's so amazing. Hearing that voice. God. But why is Adam sitting this one out? We saw Rocky, yeah. Adam, Johnny Young Bosch. Bash the Stampede. Yeah, he's not there, but we got looks like Johnny right there. Or Adam. Really? Lightspeed Rescue? Come on. Come on. So very hyped. Lots of names here, I understand. I wonder if any Pandora Protocol, Coral Harbor, Reefside, Astro Megaside, Turtle Cove. Looks like we're getting Beast Morphers, Dino Thunder, all Red Rangers, Part 2, Wild Force, Trini and Tommy, My Inner Child. Oh yeah. Amy Jo Johnson. What happened to the real Pink Ranger? Did Rita kill her? No, according to the show, she went to a piece. Yeah. It was her and was it her, Jason. But yeah, there was like a peace conference, In real life, I think it was payment, pay issues. They wanted more pay or something like that, and so they just kind of decided to, quit, if I remember. Weird approach to just toss in the Green Ranger. Yeah. Y'all didn't bother to update the budget from the 90s at all. The first movie remains the best Power Rangers content of all time, which is a high bar. Not really the best. This is a no. Legit, the first movie was fire. Soundtrack, story, visuals. Well, not the robot CGI, but it was 1995. And her. Dulcia. Yep. I remember seeing her. I was like, is this even allowed in a Power Rangers movie? There's one of the memes. I won. There's one of the memes, or just one that people use here with the Red and Green Ranger. They kind of look at each other, they're like, but it's two Rangers will be missed. Yep. Tri-Trang, and yeah, Jason David Frank. God. Yeah, I'm emotional. Not the props manager, just printing out her Wikipedia photo. Pepperidge Farm remembers. The Mystic Mother. The Mystic Mother is the empress of all good magic and a hero in Power Rangers Mystic Force. She was formerly known as a feared space witch, Rita Repulsa. So basically, after the original actress died, the Japanese actress, They pretty much, they're like, you know what? She's done such an amazing job, and, you know, in honor of her, we're not going to keep her as a villain. We're going to make her this mystic mother who's the mother of good, and she's renowned and helpful and kind and loving, just in honor of the actress, which it's really cool. Yeah. 15 days after my birthday. Yeah, why couldn't it come out April 1st? My birthday is April 1st. Why? Yeah, apparently there's a Good Burger too, which, why? As Keenan would say, why? What? Power Ranger Turbo Dong? We better get a Bulk and Skull cameo. Yeah. Well, if, like I said, if they're going into the past, that's when we would see Zordon. That's when we'd see, like, Ernie and the Hangout and Bulk and Skull and Zordon and all of that. Zach better hit me with some hip hop keto. Exactly. The legends are returning. Yeah. CG, damn. I know, I was like, wow. Looks horrible. But out of respect for the second grader he used to pretend to be a ranger during recess with his friends, I will be watching this. It's Power Rangers. It's not meant the OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's not meant to be super serious. It's meant to be fun. You know, these over-the-top monsters. I mean, you had a monster. It was just like basically just a giant pig head with arms and legs, and he just went around Angel Grove eating everything. You know? And then you have Mr. Tigglepants or whatever his name was, Trini's little doll, and he grows up to be, Rita makes him large and, bigger, and suddenly he's going around, opening his little jar and collecting things, and Billy and everyone gets, like, they're in the car and they get trapped inside, and it's not meant to be taken seriously. Now, there are darker themes, like, Tommy losing his powers and this and that, but, people leaving or whatever, but it's not meant to be taken seriously, I mean, come on. Like, the main villain has got the Madonna going on. You really think this is meant to be taken seriously? You've got the Madonna going on. You've got the putties like, yeah, meant to be taken seriously. So anyone who looks at this like, oh, they had a chance to make a series, they already did make a series, Power Rangers. This is meant to be fun and for the nostalgia and for the people who grew up with this, and they can sit down with their kids and say, you see, this is the cheesy stuff I watched when I was a kid. That's what it's for. It's meant to remember the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as it was. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be on Netflix, so I'm definitely going to watch it. I mean, the original actors, Barbara Goodson coming back as Rita. Again, I hope Zordon shows up and we get to hear, "May the power protect you," or Alpha. Yeah, I want, Lord Zed's not going to be there, but we maybe get to see Bulk and Skull, and I don't know if Ernie, like the actor who played Ernie, is still alive, but be great if he's there too. Ernie was almost in every episode, considering most of the episodes started at the hangout spot. It was either in the school or, the place where they hung out. So it'd be great to see him. But yeah, Power Rangers, Morphin time. Oh yeah, Power Rangers the movie. I talked about that a little while ago. Last year, I think. Oh. Yeah. I was like, Is she even allowed to wear this in the Power Rangers movie? I think it was more for the adults, more for the dads who were sitting there watching, in the theaters with their kids. You have all this goofiness going on, but then you have this young, sexy, attractive woman basically wearing next to not like just a top, and it's like, yep, that's for the adults in the room. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.